guys, it's TEW2013 here and welcome to episode 8 of WWE. It's a new day, the 2015 mod. In October where we started, we're now into the Go Home show for Survivor Series. Hopefully we'll just try to improve what WWE are doing in real life because, well, let's be honest, with everything that's happening at the moment, it's a complete and utter mess. We have no star power, we have no major stars, and that's what we try to build here, build some new stars up and hopefully take the company forward to places it hasn't been for a long time. Initially I was going to book this show from the UK. I did a trial run with the SmackDown. Obviously I don't do SmackDown on the videos, and it was an absolute flop. Literally no one is over in America, never mind the UK. So we're going to scrap that and we're just going to do the show in America. We are booking it in the Poly Pavilion, and that is in the southwest region. Just felt it was easier to go with that and make sure we get a decent rating, because we keep losing pop because of the whole situation with the lack of overness in this mod, and I felt it was best doing that. I think what I need to start doing is maybe some more angles to close the show, because I keep doing matches to end the show and the rating is horribly suffering from it. But that's it guys, this is the Go Home Show episode, so let's crack on. We've got 21 segments to cover. Here we go, it's Monday Night Raw. Enjoy. So our first pre-show match and about this featured solid in-ring action, but non-existent crowd heat. Asuka defeats Alicia Fox in 5:33 with a Billiken, a D43. Nothing to report here, apart from just getting Asuka a little bit of overness before her impending debut down the line. Next up, and about this had solid in-ring action, but not much in the way of heat. Tyler Breeze defeated Jack Swagger in 7:26 by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. A D plus 51, so that's pretty good considering Tyler's been literally up from development for like 2 weeks. We'll build him up a wee bit longer in the pre-show. He's probably looking at a 2016 debut for us, I think. There were no skill improvements to comment upon. Overall, a lot of positives there for Tyler Breeze, a lot of negatives for Jack Swagger, so that can only be good for Prince Pretty going forward. Next up, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Finn Balor defeated Fandango in 6 minutes and 10 by submission with a Fujiwara armbar. You may have put the submission tab instead of the pinfall tab. But C-58 is decent. Disappointingly, there's no skill improvements. I'm not noticing a lot of them in this mod either, so that's a bit of a pain, especially when you get people like Braun Strowman you're trying to get over. Overall, it was okay. It does its job and it keeps Finn looking strong before his debut going up in the next month or so. And in a match that had some good action and average heat, Chris Jericho defeated Damien Sandow in 7 minutes and 12 by pinfall with a code breaker. C plus 70 just to give Jericho a match because he's not going to be wrestling on Raw. All negatives there for both sides. I think it was perfectly booked, just of course inconsistency of Jericho. Both men holding back, poor gimmick and poor momentum on the side of Damien Sandow. So we start the show off with the COO of the WWE, Triple H, who says we're just 6 days away from the Survivor Series and one of the most open championship matches of all time. We see 6 of the top superstars in this company compete through hell to become the man. So I think tonight we need some of these superstars to get in the right frame of mind. So tonight we will see Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose take on the team of Seth Rollins and Sheamus, where 2 men will take some momentum into the Elimination Chamber. Also in action tonight will be the Big Show, whilst Chris Jericho will, and he is then interrupted again this week by Break the Walls Down. Chris Jericho, his theme song, interrupts Triple H again. So B78, Triple H improvised well, and it continues the Battle for Survival main event storyline. All good there, all positives, just hyping up the next bit of this segment. So Jericho enters the ring and he begins to talk. I hate to interrupt you, Hunter, but I think it would be a wise decision if Chris Jericho has the night off to get prepared for his big, massive, monumental championship match this Sunday, so I can be in the best shape possible. Triple H looks on and says, "Do you know, Jericho, me and you haven't always seen eye to eye, but for once I agree. It's best for business. Take the night off. Be fresh for Sunday. Just keep an eye on the main event tonight." So a B plus 86 there. Jericho gets the night off. And yeah, he's going to maybe have a keen eye on that main event. Apart from that, no skill improvements and just limited for being short. I think we gave it 5 minutes, but it was 2 segments in one. We don't do a 40-20 minute promos on this series. Our opening contest and about that had some solid in-ring action, but not much in the way of heat. Braun Strowman defeats Jimmy Uso in 5:31 with a big splash. T-37, no skill improvements here, just a match to get Braun Strowman a little bit over. So if we keep putting him in matches, that's when you hope he'll get that positive crowd reaction eventually. And working with the right workers, he may develop better psychology and selling. If it continues to be negative, we may look at a way of writing him off television for a small period of time, put him back to NXT just to really gain some skills. I want to try and push a guy that's quite limited to see how far we can get him up the card. It'd be intriguing to see. After Braun picks up the easy victory, Bray enters the ring with Luke Harper and he grabs the mic. You see, Brothers of Destruction, this is what true destruction looks like. We have Braun Strowman, the most intimidating man ever to step foot within this ring. So I ask you, do you think you will survive against me and my brothers Braun and Luke? Your time is over, dead man, and that loser of a brother as well. You best not show up to the Survivor Series or we will rain terror and end you once and for all. Follow the, and then the gong of the Undertaker hits. So C-59, Strowman underwhelming again, but he's going to learn over time. Bray Wyatt came across well, continues the feud. Braun Strowman is learning to show some more charisma, so that's positive. And obviously a couple of negatives for Braun, but I think he's just going to be a long-term project. We'll see how much we can get out of that limited ability. The lights go out, and the Wyatts are in the ring. The gong hits again, and Kane's pyro goes off, and the ring from the ring posts. Taker's music plays, and he and Kane slowly emerge from the curtain. Does this sound familiar? This was booked before this segment happened on Raw. Kind of the same. They walk to the ring slowly, and Bray Wyatt is pacing up and down the ring, and he turns to Harper and Strowman and sends them to get the Brothers of Destruction. Taker and Kane meet them halfway, and a brawl ensues down the ramp. Wyatt is pacing more in the ring before Harper gets thrown into a barricade, and Taker and Kane hit a double DDT on Braun Strowman on the ramp. With the big man down, both of them turn round and they stare down Bray Wyatt. He stands there and looks back at them, and then he laughs. Before we have the Wyatt cutscene that always happens, and the arena goes black for 5 seconds. Upon the lights coming back, all of the Wyatt family is gone. Taker and Kane stand there in the ring. Kane does his pyro before Undertaker kneels down, and the arena goes dark. It all comes to a head this Sunday as the Wyatt family take on the Brothers of Destruction in a 3-on-2 handicap match. Braun Strowman looked lost, Undertaker looked good. Segment continues, and it's a D+52. Obviously not getting great ratings, but at the same time hopefully it's helping build up Bray, it's hopefully building up Braun Strowman, and the same with Luke Harper as well. No skill improvements, negatives here quite a lot. Actually far too many. But we'll need to build on that. Disappointingly, I think the only person out of this match with momentum is Bray Wyatt. This segment, I'm unsure how it's going to go down. In my head, this sounded amazing, but just try and visualise this. We cut backstage to see the New Day talking over their match tonight. Xavier Woods says, "So is everybody ready for tonight? Are we all feeling that unicorn magic?" Big E says, "Oh, you know it? The New Day, the tag team champions, are always ready. We are." And they're interrupted by The Miz. Really? So him and R-Truth, Awesome Truth, have interrupted them. Really? R-Truth says, "Damn, and I thought me and all those little Jimmies were a little bit crazy, a little bit messed up. What the hell is this?" Kofi Kingston says, This is the New Day, son. This is the hottest thing going in this company." Xavier Woods goes, guys, hold on. I got this." Somehow, someway, Xavier Woods starts playing R-Truth's theme song, "What's Up," on the trombone, which encourages R-Truth to start rapping along with him. Kofi and Big E start shaking their booty, whilst The Miz just stands there shouting, "Really? Really? Really?" I don't know how that'll come across, but if you just visualise all that, it's a very WWE comedy-like segment. So C-58, Xavier Woods was underwhelming. Again, we have to build him up, and a few of the other guys we need to build up, but I'm quite happy with that. And that leads to a match-up coming up next, which is a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. The New Day and the Awesome Truth defeat the Primetime Players and the Dudley Boys in 9 minutes and 17 when The Miz defeats Bubba Ray Dudley with skull-crushing finale. C62, this is really just a Survivor Series preview match, which WWE tried last week. Sorry, 2 weeks ago. I'm forgetting this goes live like not when I'm recording it. Xavier Woods did some good work at ringside. Big E was off his game. Part of that tag storyline advances. R-Truth improving his performance skills, as does Bubba Ray Dudley. Couldn't care less about Bubba Ray Dudley. His morale is completely ruined this company, so all the backstage of the company, so we'll be hopefully shipping him out sooner rather than later. Then a match graphic appears and Michael Cole announces that at Survivor Series, only one team will survive a fatal 4-way tag team match for the tag team championships, as the New Day defends the titles against the Dudley Boys, the Primetime Players, and the newly reunited Awesome Truth. D47, I'm quite happy with that. Next up and about that had some solid in-ring action but not much in the way of heat. Charlotte defeated Nikki Bella in 6:34 by pinfall, a D+49. Continually building up Charlotte as champion. Obviously we need to get as much overness as possible. No skill improvements there. Continues the storyline. More negatives for Nikki rather than Charlotte, but I'm going to try and move the Bellas away from the title picture. Maybe try and give them something else to do in the meantime. No way. Instead of picking Charlotte, I picked Chad Patton. But just imagine it's Charlotte. Charlotte picks up the win, but wait a minute, out of nowhere, it's the winner of last week's #1 contendership match, and it's the boss, Sasha Banks. She's down to the ring and she's beating the hell out of Charlotte, and she's doing it with flair. Charlotte staggers to her feet, Sasha hits the bank statement, and the submission is locked in. Charlotte is tapping, the refs are out, and they separate them before Sasha gets a microphone. So Charlotte, did you forget me? Did you forget about the boss of NXT? And now the soon-to-be boss of the Divas division. I am the new #1 contender for your championship, so I am merely counting down the days before that title is around my waist. So tell Daddy the title run comes to an end, and this Sunday I will win it, and I will win like a boss. So D38, don't know who we're going to put the title on, but we'll see what happens anyway. Negatives there, poor gimmick and low momentum for Sasha. We'll keep building her up. I'm quite happy with that so far. Just disappointed because it was late at night. I put Chad Patton in instead of Charlotte. Probably should have looked over that. Then the announcers put over the fact that we'll see a Divas Survivor Series match. We're told it will be Team Bella, members Nikki and Brie, against the new team of Emma and Paige, against Becky Lynch and a mystery partner. Who will be the mystery partner? E29, I can't remember if I put it in the pre-book bit, but I'll probably give it away later on in the episode because I've already got a couple of mystery things coming up as well, so I'm quite happy with that. Next up, an extremely short match. Big Show defeats Heath Slater in 1:59 by pinfall. We'll just say he used the knockout punch. C-58 makes the big man look strong and dominant going into the main event effectively next week. Lots of negatives there, but just really to showcase the Big Show's dominance and to get him on the card instead of sitting back doing nothing. We then see Dolph Ziggler in the back heading towards the ring for a 4v4 preview match for the Survivor Series, when out of nowhere he's attacked by the Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens, who nails him in the back with his title. Ziggler is out cold before Owens shouts, "Oh, that's a shame, huh?" C+68. Ideally they were all going to be in the match, but Owens has like a short-term injury, which will keep him out literally just this Raw. So he'll be fine literally for the pay-per-view, so just a short angle to write him out of the match, but yeah, to get him some overness from that and hopefully get a bit of tension and build something between Ziggler and Kevin Owens. Then the match itself ended up being 3 versus 3, and the match had some good action and average heat. Rusev, Mark Henry and Stardust defeat Cesaro, Neville and Ryback in 7:36, when Mark Henry defeated Neville with a big splash. C-57 making the heels look dominant. No skill improvements, nothing to report from the road agent either. Dirt sheet has lots of negatives that we'll need to work on. I still don't understand how Rusev has poor psychology as well. But we'll probably have some sort of big match there, and I'll probably document that when we run down the card after the episode. After the match, basically that's it set up. After the match, another match is set for Survivor Series. It will indeed be Rusev, Stardust and Mark Henry teaming up with Kevin Owens as they take on the man that Kevin Owens just assaulted, Dolph Ziggler, alongside Ryback, Neville and Cesaro. C60, nothing to report. Next up, before his big tag team match, we have a promo with Dean Ambrose, who is with Renee Young. Didn't do Renee Young as part of this segment because that would have dragged it down horribly, and we need to get Ambrose over as much as possible. Renee says, Dean, what are your thoughts going into this big match tonight? Only a few days until your title defence at Survivor Series in the Elimination Chamber. Dean Ambrose says, my thoughts? You think I actually think before these matches? I just go out and swing for the fences, and whoever gets in my way gets hurt. Whether that's Seth Rollins, Sheamus, or even the Big Show. Renee then asks, what are you going to do? What are you going into the structure? Going into the structure, sorry, are you scared of it? You know, what was your thoughts going into this matchup, basically? I wish I could read my own writing at times. Scared? My own writing, read what I've typed. Scared, Renee? I'm Dean Ambrose. I don't know if you've ever heard, but people call me a bit of a lunatic. I don't know why. Hell, that's me just being normal. But when it comes to my WWE World Heavyweight Championship, then maybe a lunatic does lunatic things. Loony things, crazy things, mental things. So just Dean Ambrose playing off this lunatic fringe character. B-74. A good promo for him. We're going to have a bit of faith in him going forward if he's carrying those promos. And the battle for the title and survival storyline has continued. Note to self, look over what I've typed because half of that I could barely read and make out. Match itself again suffers, and about the featured great action and a good crowd. Seth Rollins and Sheamus defeated Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns in 10:06 when Seth Rollins defeated Dean Ambrose with the pedigree, we'll just say, following interference from Chris Jericho. Again, Chris Jericho showing what he's going to be up to. C64 continues the storyline, Sheamus improving technical skills. A lot of things we need to build up here. Just very disappointed it's only getting a C64. You know, we've got so many main eventers here. I just feel we need to try and get them all up to about 70, 80 over in this ideally, or we are going to be struggling for the long run. Next up, we have a small quick video to hype the main event of John Cena versus Bad News Barrett, and a B-74, which continues the US title storyline. Cena's in the ring and he goes to speak, but he's cut off by Bad News Barrett's theme song, and the Englishman walks out and has a mic, so begins to speak. Oi, Cena! I'll never do that again. Before you open your big mouth, let me remind you that either tonight or this Sunday, royalty takes away that WWE United States Championship. We end this United States Open Challenge, and we truly make that title mean something. For too long, you've came to Raw, SmackDown, or a live event, and went, I'm the champ. Easy night for me, I'll retain. Well, no longer. We're sick of it, and change is upon us. So if the bad news is for you, Cena, is that your reign as US champ is coming to an end. D+53 continues the storyline, just gives him some main event mic time. Obviously not a great angle, so hopefully we can build up. So that's why I've done a Cena promo after it. Cena looks pissed at Barrett and cuts a short promo. Mr. Barrett, don't you ever interrupt me again. I do my utmost best to raise the prestige of this glorious championship, and also at the same time give as many up-and-comers the opportunity of a lifetime. So if you feel the need to disrespect me, my challenge, then you disrespect the US title, and you disrespect America. And when you disrespect America, you better run, because I do not take that lightly. So good luck surviving tonight, and good luck to whichever royalty appears on Sunday. Drops the mic, and the match begins. B-76, the US storyline continues as John Cena versus Wade Barrett, or Bad News Barrett, is next. Decent rating this time, and about the featured great action and a good crowd. John Cena beats Bad News Barrett again in 12:05 with an AA. John Cena makes defence number 9 of the WWE United States title. So B78 is very good. Bad News Barrett's improving Rumble skills. Only negatives is the title prestige, which will continue to build up. Both gentlemen holding back in both poor gimmicks. So overall I feel it was booked perfectly, and I'm happy with that going forward. So overall, we don't lose pop. For the first time in this series, we don't lose pop. We actually booked it perfectly with a good angle going in. to the main event, and a main event that delivered a rating higher than we're at. So the show increases popularity in 19 regions. I believe none of them will be in the US. It'll just be like England, Mexico, Australia. Basically, I think America, that's the kind of show rating we need to get to make sure we ensure we keep our pop. So happy with that. We'll quickly skip to the main screen, check our ratings, and then we'll have a wee rundown of the card. And then we've got a few questions and a few things we need you to predict. I'll just go to emails. Kevin Owens is back from injury, so that's perfect. Devin Taylor's contract's expiring. We probably might just release her since she was released in real life. Alright, well, she'll announce her, so there's a good chance we do just let her go. USA Network down to a 5.25, 2.46 for Sportsnet. It looks like most of the shows have basically been dropping ratings, so that's cool. We'll just delete them. So next up is the Survivor Series. I'm just going to quickly run through the card. I'm not going to do decisions making in case that's a new signing. There could be some people signing for future episodes. But the card we've got going forward is actually in pre-book. Right, so I'll give you the mystery partner for Becky Lynch is going to be Asuka. Obviously I mentioned we're building her up. She's too good for development. So we've got Asuka and Becky Lynch taking on Brie Bella and Nikki Bella, taking on Emma and Paige in a triple threat tag match. Our first Survivor Series match is Cesaro, Ryback, Neville, Dolph Ziggler against Kevin Owens, Mark Henry, Rusev and Stardust. For the Divas Championship we have Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. We have Kane and The Undertaker taking on the Wyatt families, Braun Strowman, Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt. And for the Tag Team Championships we have the Primetime Players taking on the Dudley Boys, taking on the New Day, taking on the Awesome Truth for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And of course we have the big one in the Elimination Chamber, Dean Ambrose versus The Big Show versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus Sheamus versus Chris Jericho for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So guys, I'm going to ask you a few things here. One, if you get any predictions for the show coming this Sunday, put them in the comments section below. Cena's going to be defending the US title against Royalty. If you can guess who that Royalty is, put in the comments section below so you can get the most predictions right. But yeah, overall I'm getting ready to go and book the Survivor Series now. Hopefully it's a good show. There may be other matches added to the card. I don't know how long those matches will take, but hopefully it's a really good show. Other things, guys. If you get any predictions on who wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship tournament, put it in the comments section as well. You know, I think by the time this video goes live, we'll just be going into the quarterfinals possibly. So any predictions? Who you think the final four will be? There was a couple of matches last night. That was the opening of the tournament. They were okay, a wee bit predictable. It'll be interesting to see who everybody thinks wins. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you get any comments to say, put them in the comments section below, and I'll always get back to you. Always will get back to you, and it's TW related stuff. And of course, if you aren't already subbed already, hit the sub button, and these videos will drop in your inbox every Monday. Last thing, with the TNA save, I have got it booked out and recorded to Bound for Glory. We may take a small hiatus from it, so I'll keep the save. I won't delete the save. I won't stop the series. Well, the series will maybe stop for like maybe 3-4 months. We'll maybe put like NXT in, do a small NXT series for like 3-4 months. With FM being out, I'm not going to be able to book like 3 episodes of TW a week. There's no danger of that. But I think if I can get NXT in just an hour, I can maybe get a couple of episodes of that up a week. So we could end up with maybe like a 100 episode series within 4 months. But it's all down to if people would be interested in that. Let me know down below as well. I've toyed with the idea of ICW. A lot of people have mentioned ICW. You know who you are, guys. But I just can't book that product. But we'll see. You know, I mean, whatever the demand's for, we can give it a go. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the Survivor series. And until next time, always keep it tight.